What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
How many times are we going to say I was Rosie was here? I was going to turn green already.
What's it over there? I said, that would have been a real surprise if Rosie was here. I said,
She said it 10 times to
that
me,
would have been some surprise.
and I'm kicking her under the table.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
No more surprises.
Well, everybody knows I put things to rhyme. If it doesn't rhyme, it's not mine. The toast. Herb and Selma have rightfully given up on me. I keep telling them I'm going to get there. You'll see. But as the days fly by, I can't seem to find the time to make the trip and avail myself of the Florida sunshine. By the way, I didn't rehearse this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? One day, my nephew Dana called to tell me that he was planning to make a real live party. And he did a job that was more than superb. He managed to surprise Selma and Herb. Dana told me he wants me to share. As a sister, I should certainly care. Well, obviously, I more than care. Because you can see, I'm finally here. I don't believe it.
It was tough for me to leave my phone at home. I realized if I had a cell phone, I then could roam. But I hate those phones. When people use them, they look like clones, walking around talking into funny little phones. To accommodate this visit, I finally broke down, and now I'm another clone, talking into a phone while I walk around town. To Selma and Herb, I owe my new cell phone. Sharing memories is what this is all about. And since I have older memories than anyone here, I have a lot of clout. I may not remember what I did today, but going back in time is like visiting yesterday. I remember my brother working and going on vacation. He came home one day with a new revelation. He had met the girl he would marry, was the way he presented the situation. And he wanted our mom to extend a dinner invitation. And so I met my new sister-in-law-to-be. Little did I know how much more she would be for me. For her, loving Selma was heavenly. It was something he could feel, not just someone he could see. So to you, dear brother, I owe you my sister. I remember your first apartment on the street whose name I could not pronounce. The place was so small, it couldn't hold you if you weighed more than an ounce. Then you got an apartment with a bedroom on West 10th. The foyer was to me absolutely monumental in length. I remember the chartreuse chairs and the African oak wood. I bet you would buy the same things today if you could. To this Herb and Selma, I owe you my decorating taste. I remember one day walking home from school somewhat forlorn. I was anxious for my niece or nephew to be born. When I got home, I got the news that was better than any I could choose. My nephew Dana had been born that day, and he was perfect in every way. To Herb and Selma, I owe my nephew Dana. I remember going away for a weekend to a bungalow in the mountains, with you, dear brother, in the driver's seat. As Selma and Dana waited for your arrival,
in the place they thought was an escape from unbearable heat. To Herb and Selma, I owe my first visit to the Catskills. Then you move to Fillmore Gardens, to a section of Brooklyn called Mill Basin. On the express bus each day, to and from work, you would hasten. For 35 years you lived there, the years flying by all too fast. If only we could know how long each moment of each year would last. To Herb and Selma, I owe my awareness that time flies by too fast. My nephew Dana grew and grew. My husband and I were wed in 1962. Our children were born, and before too long, they married and left us too. As parents, we have to be strong. We must share and care. And to Herb and Selma, I owe my awareness that as a parent, you must always be there. The one thing I learned that we all should know is that if you nourish and feed a life together, it will grow. For 50 years, Selma has cooked and baked for her hubby, while Herb snacked on crackers, cheese, salsa, and chips, and nuts from the cubby. To Herb and Selma, I owe my awareness that food is everything. There is one more thing I have to say to the guests of honor for the day. When you look around and see the smiles, do you honestly think that miles can separate you from those who have long been your friends and who are forever your kin? To Herb and Selma, I offer you my senior advice. Don't expect, be surprised. To everything I have said, and more. Going around. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Maybe this should come a little later. I don't need a microphone. But I do want everybody to know that this was absolutely a total surprise.
About time.
And my sister, God bless her, she has said for years and years, I hate to tell you how many of those have passed, that I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. And God bless her, she's finally here.